will help you declutter for a productive week ahead. You're watching DXB Today.
Welcome to DXB Today. The week has just begun and there's lots to look forward to. The week is filled with transformative experiences in Dubai and we will be bringing them all to you.
We are here to help you get organized so that the weekend and the week goes by without any issues.
And the key to decluttering your life and your space is to sit back and reflect on what's important. Guys, when was the last time you took a minute to really reflect and refocus?
I think I'm going to be doing that tomorrow as I'll be traveling the day after for work. But I'll have that day to just sit, unwind and try to relax and reset my clock.
And it's true though, isn't it? Because you get sort of in a bit of a panic. Sort of, I don't know if you do, but you're getting everything ready for the travel.
Yes.
Then I have to really sit back and reset, as you say, and then get ready to go.
I'm actually in the process of decluttering my daughter's room just so I have more space for my shoes.
Right.
So, removing her clutter so that I have more space for mine is exactly what I'm doing now. Making time and space to do things is not as easy as it looks. You need to declutter, and that's an art and a science. That is why we've called in a decluttering expert as our guest co-host.
Hi, my name is Sahil Mehta. I'm an entrepreneur, author and mountaineer, and I'm excited to be the co-host on today's show.
Sahil's an expert in helping people let go of things that are no longer useful.
And a sustainability startup in Dubai is doing the same thing for businesses by helping them get rid of their surplus resources. I had the opportunity to meet their founder to learn a bit more. Today, I'm in the heart of the Al-Quoz industrial area. We are talking sustainability, and I'm about to have a chat with a woman who has done some incredible things, not only for Dubai, but for the world.
My name is Rana, and the Surplus is basically UAE's first climate tech platform. So what we do is essentially match companies with excess resources with other companies that have a use for it and are willing to pay for it.
So in more simple terms, what does that actually mean to a business?
A lot of business owners and employees understand that after COVID, we had a serious supply and waste issue. So the global kind of market for surplus inventory is actually exceeding $288 billion US. So what that looks like is every single piece of furniture that you see when you go into an office that's not used anymore, extra textiles that perhaps doesn't have a use and maybe landfilled, or even down to chemical waste and other idle assets of machinery that manufacturing companies have just don't currently have a use. We want to put those things in use.
So if they aren't being used, are they going to the landfill? And what does that mean to the planet?
Essentially, we're creating a cycle of waste. And what we really want to do is help organizations partake in what we call the circular economy, where we dispose of the linear take-make waste model and get companies to start engaging at sourcing secondary resources and also finding uses for secondary resources with what they have currently.
Okay, so let's say I'm a business and I've ordered 100 t-shirts and for whatever reason 50 of them haven't sold. Is that when I'd come to the surplus?
Exactly. You would come and enlist on our platform and we would basically be back in contact with you. And you might think you only have extra textiles, but you may have a whole host of other things that you could make money from. So what we're helping companies do is dematerialize and use less stuff by sourcing locally that can help the local job market and also start making more money through services. 9 out of 10 global SMEs actually expressed an interest in sustainability. They just don't have the right tools and resources to get started.
So this is the thing. SMEs want to be sustainable, but it's expensive. So how do they do it?
A lot of organizations, when they want to become more sustainable, what they do is they have this thing called carbon tunnel vision, where they're focused on reducing their carbon emissions, and then they'll assume they have to go somewhere, such as getting carbon offsets, which is basically planting trees on the other side of the world and not really changing anything within. And that can be really, really expensive for an organization. So essentially what we're trying to do is remove that carbon kind of tunnel vision and try to help companies realize that sustainability doesn't have to be expensive.
Rana, thank you so much for taking the time. Finally, what is your website? Where can we get hold of you?
Thank you so much, Katie. Our website is www.thesurplus.com. That's with 2 S's.
Surplus with 2 S's. Thank you very much. Right, that is it from us here at The Surplus and Emirates Apparel. Make sure you head online because Rana and her team are doing big things for the UAE and for the planet.
That's quite interesting,
It's
Katie.
amazing.
Yeah. Getting rid of clutter also allows us to gain clarity of purpose. Sahil is here to help us. Thank you very much for joining us.
Pleasure to be here.
Can you please give us some tips on how we can declutter our lives?
Quick now.
Yeah, super quickly. Yeah, exactly. I just want to know how.
So as a mountaineer, I always tell people that when you're climbing a mountain, because we're all climbing our own metaphorical mountains, and if we carry any weight with us that doesn't serve any purpose or function in our life, it's going to weigh us down.
Yeah.
I believe decluttering our space is a good starting point to getting into the right mindset. But how do you decide what stays and what goes? Our next guest is a decluttering and organization expert. Please welcome Shalina Jokia. Hi, Shalina. I enjoy decluttering, but I'm also a bit of a hoarder. Aren't we all a little bit of a hoarder?
Sort of, but I think it's just because people have got not much time to go through their stuff and they get overwhelmed when they open their cupboards. So if you look at your shoes, I'm sure you have lots of beautiful shoes.
A couple.
Well, apparently she's kicking her daughter's toys out.
Yeah, oh, okay. Right, well, we need to talk then. But yeah, so if you have a lot of shoes, I always say, like, if you're going to buy more shoes, you have to get rid of 2. So it's buy 1, get rid of 2, make some space, you know, because you're taking up valuable real estate with stuff that you don't need in your life.
So it's basically buy 1, throw 2.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big shout.
Yeah.
But how do... Sometimes it seems like a really big task.
Yeah.
You know, and it's that kind of the eat the frog analogy, isn't it? Like, you don't want to and it's something you want to avoid. So what's a good place to start the declutter process?
So I always say start with a mini declutter.
Okay.
So don't take everything out of the cupboard. Don't do it, you know, like you're going to the kitchen cupboards, don't take everything out. You know, go do one shelf, get rid of the things like, you know, in the kitchen, get rid of the old stuff that's broken, gone off, you've never eaten. You might have bought cranberry sauce for Christmas 3 years ago and never eaten it. You know, you buy, I don't know, sweatshirts. Like right now, people are buying millions of sweatshirts. You don't need them here. Like you need 2 maybe, not 50. So, you know, go through those, the things that don't fit, don't look good, are just plain ugly, you don't use. And then, but do that section by section, 15 minutes every day, and you'll clear up a lot of stuff without feeling overwhelmed. And then you can organise everything.
So I had a question for you as well.
Yeah.
You start by one thing. Now, what about those things that you go, I can't decide, I want to keep them, should I get rid of it, but it has a memory attached to it. How would you advise someone to focus on making that right decision?
So with those kind of things, I say, look, if you want to have it in the maybe pile, if you want to keep it for 3 months. Not 6 months, not a year, 3 months. And if you don't use it, then it has to go. And if it's like clothes and you're keeping it, that's taking up valuable real estate and you're not wearing it. If you have photos of yourself in it, put the photo up. Like have those electric photo frames that can show you on, you know, on holiday, at weddings, at big events, continuously scrolling with those outfits on, so you don't have to keep them.
Oh, Ash, this is going to be difficult for you.
This is like, you know, my worst nightmare because I'm like the opposite of a minimalist. Where would you say, or what would you say is a good way to get rid of stuff that you don't need anymore but that's still in good condition?
So there's different charities here that take the items. There's so many right now, especially, you know, taking clothes, especially the new ones. So if you've got your tags on them, you can give them away to these charities and they'll donate it to the countries that need them. And also there's shops. So, you know, if it's designer, there's lots of, you know, second-hand designer shops you can go to and sell it there. You lose a bit of money, but you still make a bit of money.
And it's better than the alternative, I suppose.
Exactly. And it's, you know, it's a way to not fill in, you know, the landfill. So.
And think of it this way, it's decluttering for smiles.
Well, this is it, yes. See, Sahil,
This is why we have you here.
Very quickly, because we've only got 30 seconds left with you. Your podcast, I'm fascinated by it.
Right.
Why should we listen to your podcast? Are you going to help us declutter there?
Yeah, so I talk about everything. So it's not just about the physical stuff, I talk about the mental stuff. I talk about various things. I mean, I'm going through perimenopause right now and discovering there's so many things that affect people with decluttering, with organising. So it's not just the physical aspects. There's mental, There's health-related things, and there's so many other things. People deal with grief here, then don't realise they build up clutter because of that.
Yeah, quite.
So,
what is the name of the podcast?
it's called Get Organised with Declutter Me.
Get Organised with Declutter Me. Thank you so much for coming in. It was
you so
amazing.
much.
I think we'll
Thank
all
you so
take
much
something
for
away,
the
won't we, Ash?
Yes, Katie. All right.
I'm definitely going to be in spring cleaning mode after that. I feel better for that. But for now, it is time for a small break. When we come back, we're going to explore how design can help you declutter. And we have part 2 of our exclusive chat with Mindvalley CEO Vishen Lakiani. Be right back.
Welcome back. We're learning how to refocus our energy and declutter our lives. Sahel, can you please tell us more on how you work with people?
It's quite simple. First, we have to define where they wish to go. You know, a lot of people, they tell me, I want to be successful. Well, what does that mean? Right? And so once you have clarity on where you want to go, essentially which mountains you wish to climb, then it makes it a lot easier what you say yes to and what you say no to. Because anything that's not along the path to your success, that's the stuff you need to start decluttering, and that allows you to get more clarity and focus.
Gosh, I could learn loads.
You couldn't have said it better, Sahil, because now where we live has a big impact on how we live. Our next guest is the co-founder of an interior design studio that can help you build spaces that serve specific purposes and lifestyle. Here's Freddie Pullen from Studio New. Hi, Freddie. How are you?
Hello, great. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure. Like, I'm in the process of designing different spaces in my house. I'm currently doing my daughter's bedroom. I don't even know why she doesn't even use the room, but I enjoy doing it nonetheless. As an interior designer yourself, what would you say are the new trends?
I think a trend is quite a wide sort of phrase. We try not to look at trends, we try to look at what resonates with you. So one of the things we talk about is the invisible aesthetic. How does an environment make you feel, and how can it improve your lifestyle? So something that we are really big on is minimalism, but not as you think of it, which is, you know, an empty room, a mattress on the floor, maybe one plant. That's been and gone. We're now looking at, you know, how can minimalism improve our wellness? So how can it decrease stress? How can it increase our focus? So that's where I would push you towards, you know, something that's going to really impact you as a person and your daughter.
I love what you're saying. You know, I just want to share an example. I moved into a house recently, which is on rent, and it's a long-term rent. And in my mind, I was like, oh, this is temporary. I said, that's not how I want to live. And so I spent that extra money and I made it a home. So it's an environment where I feel at peace. So I completely resonate with what you're saying, that it's not just about the table or this or that, it's the invisible aspects as well.
It is
and
true,
how
isn't
the
it?
energy of the space.
You worry about spending that money, but gosh, yeah, to be in that mindset is very interesting. Now, I want to talk to you more about your design, discover, develop process.
Yes,
Tell me more about that.
So what we try to do is look at how an environment affects a person. Or this is specifically to do with companies.
Okay.
So if you have a company, you've got, you know, a mission, like you were mentioning, a mission, values, and goals you want to achieve. Let's look at how the design can help you with that. So let's discover what the issues are, or where the goal is going to be, the mission. Let's design a space around where we're gonna get the most out of it. And let's develop the company. So we also work with life coaches, sleep specialists, corporate trainers. We can bring it all together to try and make your environment push you towards the mission your company is on. It's really big for us. The first thing we always do is sit down and do a real in-depth interview with our clients to say, what are we actually trying to achieve here? Like you were mentioning, actually, you know, it's so important to understand what success is, and then let's build around that. That, I think, is a massive tip and a key to an environment that drives success.
I think there's a big personal element when it comes to interior design, because what one person might find calming and zen might be quite jarring and disturbing to someone else. And what I've noticed is with age, I am tending to go more down the minimalist route. Why do you think that is? Because when I was younger, I wanted more clutter. I wanted to see all my favorite things in front of me at once.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Totally. I mean, I think really it comes down to what minimalism does for you. So as I mentioned, it reduces stress, but then you have to think about, where is that stress coming from? Maybe as you're getting older, there's a lot more going around, you have more stimulus, there may be more pressure in your life. And what you're trying to do there is have an environment at home which is more zen, as you mentioned, and it's supposed to try and relax you. So we find that people who have a minimalist environment, they sleep better, they get promoted more often, and actually they build better relationships around them, because the environment dictates your performance, and it's so incredibly powerful. And we don't really spend a lot of time thinking about it, I don't think, or enough time.
I think that is absolutely fascinating. Studio New, NU. We can find you online, and I know you've got a podcast as well, Into the Desert.
Correct, yes.
Everyone's got a podcast. Shalena's got a podcast as well. Freddie, genuinely really fascinating. I think it's wonderful, so thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Right, so, Sahil, you might be an expert on decluttering, but are you an expert on the DXB in 60? I've got a quiz for you.
I love quizzes.
60 seconds to answer as many questions as you can about today's show. How are you feeling?
I feel challenged.
Good, you are challenged. Yeah, you're absolutely challenged. Right, we're going to have 60 seconds on the clock, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. What is the name of the startup helping businesses get rid of surplus resources? Is it the Surplus or Sustainable DXB?
The Surplus.
Correct. What was the name of the reporter covering the surplus? Katie or Amy?
Katie.
Yes, oh, well done, you remembered my name. Is the surplus based out of Doha or Dubai?
Dubai.
Correct. Who did I meet from the startup? Was it the founder or the operations head?
The founder.
It was the founder. Our guest, Shalina, we met earlier, is an expert in what? Organising or interior design?
In organising.
Correct. What is the name of her decluttering service? Is it Clutter Away or Declutter Me?
Declutter Me.
Correct. Which famous author and entrepreneur talking about leadership do we have an exclusive interview with next? Is it Vishen Lakhiani or Gary Vee?
Vishen Lakhiani.
Correct. Vishen is the CEO of which company? Mindvalley or Dubai Valley?
Mindvalley.
When is Vishen's Mindvalley live event happening? Is it this weekend or next weekend?
It's next weekend.
Say this weekend.
24th,
No,
25th.
it's wrong. It's this weekend.
This weekend, ooh.
Time is up, time is up. We're going to find out how many you got. 8 questions correct. Well
Nice.
done.
Well
top
You
of
are
the
at the
leaderboard.
top of
'cause
the
it's Monday.
leaderboard for the week.
I mean, it's a new week, top of the leaderboard. Round of
Yeah.
applause, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You can see it.
There you
Well
are.
done,
points.
Sahil. 8 points.
Thanks so much for coming in, Sahil.
Thank
It's been
you.
amazing. And we'll see how long you stay on top of that leaderboard.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. After the break, we're going to be enjoying a lively performance. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to DXB Today. I'm now joined in the studio by an incredible performer, seeing you rehearsing earlier.
Yeah.
Welcome, Shilpa Ananth. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for having me here, Katie.
No, thank you. I mean, honestly, listening to your sound check was phenomenal. Cannot wait. Tell me a little bit about your journey then becoming a multifaceted musician and singer.
All right. So actually, I was born and brought up in the UAE. I was born in Dubai. Started my musical journey studying Indian classical music, and then that was my first foray into music. And then as an adult, I studied at Berklee College of Music in Boston.
Wow.
So that's when I started mixing a lot of different styles. And my own music is a mix of East meets West.
Nice.
Yeah, fusion of languages, fusion of styles, R&B, jazz meets Indian melodies, and just like a multitude of flavors and cultures. Being a third culture kid myself, being from India, but at the same time growing up here, loving music from the West as well as the East. This is my style and this is my journey.
And it's amazing, and what an incredible style it is. Where can we see you perform next live that isn't on the show?
Absolutely. So I've got an incredible gig coming up. It's at NYU Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
New York University in Abu Dhabi. It's on March 3rd. I'll be performing at 7:30 p.m.
Amazing.
It's a Friday, and I'm going to be opening for Bali Maya Project. They're incredible as well.
Perfect. Shilpa, thank you. I'm going to let you get set up, and we'll come back to you very shortly. But for now, Dua caught up with the CEO of Mindvalley, Vishen Lakhiani, ahead of Mindvalley Live, happening in Dubai this weekend. Let's take a look at part 2 of her exclusive interview.
Quickly jumping into a very exciting event happening for Mindvalley, which is its first event in Dubai, happening on the 25th of February. Tell us more about why you picked Dubai and what we can expect.
Well, we picked Dubai because, and here I want to give credits where it's due. There's this Saudi-born woman in my team, Ola Abbas, who for 7 years has been telling me we need to expand Mindvalley in the Middle East. And I always told her, no, our market is America and Europe. Middle Easterners are not into this stuff. Ola proved to be correct, and she helped grow the company in the Middle East. And today, our highest concentration of members per capita is in Dubai.
Wow.
And it is incredible how massive Mindvalley is in the Middle East, where we have a channel on Emirates Airlines. We have 2 Mindvalley programs which are going in the government training portal. And this event that we are doing in Dubai, and Ola obviously is running it, is our highest attended event in our history. But what we're doing is we're bringing in all of Mindvalley's best teachers. We identified 5 teachers who were really popular in Dubai. Jim Quick, who teaches speed learning. Yes. Lisa Nichols, who teaches communication. Marissa Pierre, who teaches you how to talk to your body so it heals itself. And Shafali Sabari, who teaches principles of becoming an evolutionary woman, and who teaches conscious parenting. All 4 of them are some of the key teachers that we have brought to Dubai.
Very excited to see that event. What can we expect for Dubai's first Mindvalley event?
Well, expect to learn from these incredible teachers. Now, very often when you attend a convention or a summit, it's very academic, right? And it feels like you're at work. You're taking down notes. You're trying to digest information. This one, we don't practice learning. We practice a concept called transformation. Now, transformation is where our job is to make you walk out of that room at the end of that talk as a different person. And this means not just spewing out facts and figures, but giving you a transformative experience. Now, this may be through hypnotherapy or taking you through a deep altered state or meditative experience. It may be through shaking a belief system and giving you a new belief that you can install. It may be teaching you a new habit that you can instantly apply in your life. It may be getting you to connect with the people in that room so you walk out with new friends. But Mindvalley seminars and Mindvalley as a platform is focused on transformation, not learning. Transformation versus learning is like comparing a Mercedes car to a tricycle. Transformation is so much more powerful, and that's what we seek to do. So you will transform the way you think, you will transform the way you communicate with your body, potentially even learning how to recover from illnesses faster, how to increase your lifespan. You will transform the way you understand your consciousness. You will transform your communication style. You will also transform other aspects of your being, how you meditate, how you practice visualizing your goals. We bring all of these phenomenal modalities together in this 2-day event. The first day is focused on transforming yourself as a human being. The second day is focused on transforming yourself as an entrepreneur or as a career person.
Incredible. So final question from DXB Today. Who should attend the Mindvalley event?
Anyone who has a job and wants to grow in their job or grow their business and understand that the old way of doing things no longer works. And in today's world, you got to treat yourself the way a pro athlete treats herself. You got to be taking care of your mind, your spirit, your soul, your nutrition, your body. And you got to have the best tools and the best teachers, not just rummaging on YouTube and trying to find tips. You need the best teachers because your time is valuable. So if you are that type of person, then this weekend is going to give you growth mindset for the rest of your life, because you are not going to be able to walk out of that room as the same individual. You will walk out of that room as a different version of yourself, ready to embrace growth as part of your lifestyle for the rest of your life.
Incredible. I definitely cannot wait. Vishen Lakiani, it's been a personal honor. Thank you so much on behalf of DXB Today for joining us.
Thank you.
We've learned so much today. Now, just a quick reminder to everyone watching, keep tagging us on your socials with DXB Today. That's hashtag DXB Today. Lots happening out here. If you love it, then please let us know about it. It's been a very interesting episode today, I would say. I mean, because it is the start of the week, and I love that we've chosen declutter as our topic.
I'm more interested in what Freddie was saying in terms of I'm actually going to invest a little bit of money in my rental and be like, okay, I need to be super happy in this house, I'll spend some money.
I think so, and a lot of like minimalism. Everything, everyone is shifting to that. Because
Ash,
just
minimalism.
Okay, Katie.
You need to get rid of your shoes.
My shoes? Yeah. I'll get rid of you.
Like she said, buy one, throw two out.
Buy one, throw two. It's the opposite for me.
I don't think I could do that.
I can't do that. That's a bit extreme for me personally. But, you know, we were talking about making your rental space your own. My entire childhood, I've lived in rental properties. And my mother was dead against decorating the place because she'll say, no, we'll do that when we move to our own house. 30 years have gone by.
Yeah, yeah. No,
So that really doesn't help. I like adding a little bit of a personal touch to every space that I make mine.
It's always great being with you guys on the show. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We'll see you tomorrow when we're exploring Dubai's buzzing food scene. Same time, same place. Till then, Shilpa, the stage is all yours.
Can anybody hear me? I'm trapped in a mirror inside, and as she takes over, I wonder if I'll make it out alive. Lost in a maze, dreading time as I age. I'm spinning out of control. I was certain of my life purpose, unafraid of the unknown. She's gonna hold on as she feeds on my inner light. Locked in her shadow, do I give in or do I fight? 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 Breaking the chains holding me down in vain. I'm leaking inspiration. Won't let her claim my worth or focus through it all. I will rise. I've come so far, yet I am nowhere. Can anybody hear me? Years go by as I open every door. I'm cracking the circle of my life, taking charge. I look up at the stars, and as I wait in power, I've come so far. Finally somewhere, I wonder if I'll make it out alive.